Hello, everybody. My name is Jaden Soho, and welcome to the Nashville Fairgrounds, a very historic racetrack played side to many of odd races in NASCAR and the K&N Pro Series, and maybe even ARCA. I don't remember. Today, 20 very talented drivers and Jared will be looking to make a very good start to kick off the first season of the S7 Cup Series. This is the inaugural, well, not really inaugural race, but still very important race for the S7 Cup Series. Today we're going to hopefully get to know these drivers a little bit better, and hopefully just before Daytona get to see what they can do. But we can't get started without the most famous words in motorsports. We'll send you trackside.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Now that we got the engines fired up, let's take a look at your starting lineup. On pole, Cyril Valenti was the fastest in practice and in qualifying, starting alongside him. Donut, the Eric, the Perez. Right behind him, Jared. I know I just made fun of him, but I'm not sorry. And to his outside, the number 70 of Swift. And starting in row number 3, Robin Hale driving that number 20 sponsorless Toyota. Remember, he only has about 10 or 20 employees. Only about half of them are full-time. To his outside, number 8 for Ray Moore Racing. Not Ray Moore, but you know, Moore Racing. Ray Moore. And starting row 4, the 21 of Jose Estala. And to his outside, the 72 of Danielle Rosales. Row number 5, it'll be the 40 of Casey O'Malley, the Beast, the Big Boy. And to his outside, Billy the Papa Mac. And row number 6, just behind O'Malley, his teammate Nicholas Quinley, the driving the number 45 Toyota. And to his outside, good old Ryan. Hi, Ryan. Row number 7, it'll be Mark Zuzzi for Zuzzi Incorporated, driving the number 16 Toyota. To his outside, the number 11 of Henry Dunn was very fast in practice. Did not have a good qualifying effort. In row 8, behind them, the 00 of Rob the Scallion Dines, and yours truly to his outside, Jay's Soho. We'll check on him later. In row number 9, the number 4 of Joe Berger, I guess. And the number 5, his teammate, Bo Bob Quinley. And rounding out the field, the number 13 of Mark Dunn and Nathan Stone. Alright, let's quickly look at your race facts. It'll be 60 laps around this historic racetrack, and should a caution come out, we will race back to the line. Just for short tracks, that will only be in effect. As for other tracks, we will the field will be frozen. But anyways, green flag, we're racing and Nashville. Change the camera. Change the camera. Change the camera. Okay. Fox moment. It's okay. We just got a little bit of a technical difficulties. You know, as standard with anything you do for the first time. Cyril Valenti. Cyril Valenti takes an early lead. Is already a good ways away, half a second in front of Eric Perez in second place, and the 70 behind him, teammates at SRI. Cyril now just gap in the field. He was very fast in practice and in qualifying, as I said before. He showed a lot of speed, a lot of talent. He really knows his racecraft, and which is strange because he's been a very unknown driver up until now. No one really knows where he came from. He just showed up to the signups and just started to dominate here at Nashville Fairgrounds. Here we have some more deeper into the field. We have the number 8 of Ray Moore there in 4th. We have our eyes on the number 1 of Jared Evans running in 7th, as the 21 almost has a moment trying to pass the 20 car. And here is the number 45 making a move on the 16. Let's go deeper into the field. There's the 7 of Jay Soho. Not quite last, but almost last. There you see Mark Dunn dead last behind Joe Berger. Apparently, that's how you say his name, I've been told. 7 making moves on the number 11. Again, the 11 was fast in practice. Didn't quite translate it well to qualifying, and doesn't seem like it's translating well into the race. Not doing very good early on in this race as we look farther up into the field. The number 6 of the Papa going to the inside of the number 72. Trying to make a move. Trying to go to the inside of the 8. Ooh, almost contact. Maybe. Oh, there is a little bit of contact. A little bit of a tussle between the 6 and the 8. We stay green. No wreck. No caution. The 72 will sneak by with that one. 6 still trying to get by the number 8. We'll show him the bumper maybe one more time. Moves him up the racetrack to the inside now through 4. Oh, almost losing it coming out of 4. That'll cost him the run into the turn 1. Now still to the inside. We'll get a better run out of 2 down the back stretch. Still side by side as they come out of 4. Very tight. You see a lot of those drivers just getting a little tight on exit. That's something they'll have to deal with. There will be no pit stops as we don't really have pit crews. Not all the teams can pay for a pit crew, and we also can't afford to pay for them. So no pit stops as far as we are concerned, at least during this race. 6 unable to pass the number 8. Let's move down to the field. Here's the 16 making moves on the 40. The beast, the big boy. The 16 will almost clear. Oh my gosh, almost not clear. Almost clear himself actually off the nose of that 40 car into the wall. Here's the number 45 passing the number 2 of Ryan Ramirez. Hey Ryan. Then there's the 7 looking to pass him as well. Now 7 was also another car, very fast in practice, but not in qualifying, starting 16th, I believe. Yeah, not very good at qualifying, but that's all right because it doesn't. Who cares? Who cares about the 7 car? Now the 16 will clear the number 40 and the Raso boys. Now on to the 20 car, and as you can see, the number 6 finally gets past Ray Moore in the number 8 Ford for more racing. As we have a 3-car breakaway, Cyril is miles ahead now, 5 seconds ahead of second place, the number 17 of Eric Dona de Perez. As we go through the field a little bit more, that 3-car breakaway, you see SRI and S7 Motorsports. SRI being represented by the number 17 Eric Perez and the number 70 of Swift Tequel. I still don't know how to say his name. And the number 72 for S7 Motorsports, Danielle Rosales, as the number 6 making chase, closing the gap. A lot of single file racing here, not too many incidents so far, at least that we know of. The number 7 going to the inside of the number 45. Very nice racing, as it probably is expected. These guys don't have a lot of money, don't have a lot of reason to be destroying these race cars just yet. They don't have any rivalries. We don't have any beef. Not yet. That's what's for dinner. So, and if I'm gonna be honest, it's good thing that is that way, because these teams don't need that. This season is very short. You do not need to be making enemies with how cutthroat it is. If you DNF, there will be no points for DNF. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to make somebody mad for them to wreck you and causing you to get no points or just very little points for your championship efforts. This here little tussle between the 21 and the 20. The 21's not going to be able to hold it. 16 going to the outside will pass the 21 just barely down the backstairs. The 21 will dive it into turn 3. Coming in at turn 4, almost loses it and will lose to the 16. And here comes the 7 on the outside. Let's check on Cyril. There's the pace car. Cyril now 7 seconds, putting a masterclass on the field. Very, very excellent driving right here by this young man. Again, I have no idea where he came from. Obviously, he's Italian, but and from a wealthy family, from what I understand. Let's hope that's not the mob. Has nothing to do with the Italian mob. So, yeah. As the 6 has now finally caught up to the 72, moves her out of the way, going in through 2 and through turn 3. Maybe we'll have the position. The 72 way up the racetrack. Oh, the 6 almost gets into the side of the 72. That was close. Still side by side as they come out of turn 2. Swift up there trying to make a move on his teammate, trying to look to the inside. The 17's not going to let him have it. Meanwhile, the 6 once again almost loses it coming out of turn 4, sorry, and will have to sacrifice the run into turn number 1. 72 stays clear this time, but the 6 might be looking to dive it into into turn 3, as we have the 7 rising through the field a little bit. Has now entered the top 10, making a move on the 20. 21 is trying to get his track position back on the 16, unavailable to do so. Now the 7 making a move on Jared. Suck it, Jared. Suck it. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Us here in the S7 Cup Series broadcast booth do not have biases, by the way. Just to make that clear, I just hate Jared. I don't like him. He rubbed me off the wrong way. Anyways, the 7 will make it past Jared. As we look through the field, let's see. Lap traffic might become a factor for Cyril as he pulls 10 seconds on the field. 10 seconds. That is insane. Meanwhile, the number 6, the Papa, going to the inside of the 72. Pause. Maybe we'll make it stick this time. The 70's kind of slow on exit. Kind of no room to get the exit off of. Oh, she's gonna make room. The 6 now to the inside of the 70 of Swift. Fox moment. As we now are past halfway, so this race will be official in case of rain. Meanwhile, the 6, oh wow, the 6 is clear of the 70 and the 72. The 72 trying to make a move on the 70. Just wasn't it, just almost lost it coming out of turn 4. Meanwhile, number 7, Jay Soho, passing the number 8, and now will have to catch up his teammate. Now the 6, the Papa, making a move on Donut. What a fucking combo of names. Pardon my language, by the way. Sorry about that. Six trying to hold it into the inside. Just the 17 has been really hard to pass, especially for Swift, his own teammate, and the number 72. But the 6 will get it done coming out of turn 2 into turn 3, and now the 6 will try to catch the 76 of Cyril Valenti, who's now pulled 12 seconds and is catching up to Nathan Stone. Maybe, just maybe, lap cars will get in the way of this dominant performance. There's the pace car once more. As you can see, the 7 has caught up to his teammate of Daniel Rosales. Not quite be able to make that pass coming out of turn 2, but here he goes into the inside on turn 3. Oh, got real loose coming out of turn 4. Now these drivers have been having handling issues. These cars are very unstable. They did not like being on the bottom, as you can see. But that is where the speed is. The 7 has been able to hold it to the inside. Just hasn't been able to get that exit like the other cars. The other drivers, I should say. Once again, through the field, Cyril now to the inside of the number 9 of Nathan Stone. Nathan trying to keep his lap, but it looks like he's going to most likely go a lap down. The ticker's already showing him a lap down. And Mark will have to turn on the jets to keep his lap. Hope for a caution. Just maybe a caution will come out. But as the racing seems to imply, there will be no caution, as these guys have been real clean, real steady throughout this whole race. Now lap 40, coming to 20 laps to go for Cyril Valenti. Now a battle between teammates, S7 Motorsports teammates and SRI teammates. As the Papa begins to drive away. Almost kind of catching. He's gained a second on Cyril, 11 seconds now. Seven looking to almost complete the pass, going down the backstretch. Got clear, but the 72 just was able to run the top a little bit better. Now the 7, sorry, just going inside of the 70 pause of Swift. A lot of 7s in this little pack, this 4-car breakaway right here. God damn it. Once again, that 7 car just not handling well on exit. You can see it just not being... Oh, almost contact with that 17. Now that 7 of Jay Soho owns that 17 and the 70, of course, for Soho Racing Incorporated, just like his daddy. And looks to now make the pass, and contact between the 7 and the 17. Eric Perez, the 7 way up the racetrack, now going to lose all the positions he just gained. Let's see. We already got a replay of that. Looks like the 17 just overcooked it into the corner, into the quarter panel, the right rear quarter panel of the 7, upsetting his car. There we go, got an onboard. Yeah, just overcooked it into the corner, got into the 7. Maybe the 17 thought he was going to go lower on entry. Not sure what happened there. Here's the onboard of the 7 car, rear view. Just I'm surprised the 7 even was able to save that. Almost got turned into the outside wall. That would have been our first caution of the day, but the 7 keeps it off the wall. Jay Soho Nice show of skill. And that's not self-glaze. Fuck you. Now back, already past the 72, Danielle Rosales, and now Swift in the 70. Now to get back to the 17. Meanwhile, you saw there, while we were looking at the replay, Cyril has lapped all the way up to the 00. Ryan Ramirez, Joe Berger, and Mark Dunn all a lap down now. There is Cyril now looking to make a move on the 00, trying to put on the lap down with 10 to go now. Cyril just an absolutely dominating performance here. This is not glaze. I mean, just look at him. He is miles ahead of the next placed car, which is the Papa, if you weren't, if you forgot. Billy the Papa Mac, that is. Now the 17 will clear, maybe, no. I mean, the 7 will clear the 17, but no. Going down the backstretch. Still battling. Now clear goes Jay's Soho on Eric Perez. Let's see if the 72 can get by that 70. Just hasn't been able to this whole race. Just parking it on the middle of the corner, as you can see right there. Very frustrated, I can imagine, for that 72 of Danielle Rosales. Now let's see if the 7 has anything for the 6 of Billy the Papa Mac, as Cyril is looking to put down a lap on the number 5 of Bo Bob Quinley and the number 11 of Henry Dunn. Once again, just not having a bad day. Or just, actually, he is having a bad day, not having a bad day. Which is quite unlike him, especially from what we saw in practice, which is just really unfortunate. It's just unfortunate for Henry Dunn, but you know what? It's okay. It's just an exhibition race, and we will have some good old points racing starting at Daytona in due time. As you can see, almost 3 wide in front of them, of the 45 or the 40, that is. Cyril now puts down a lap. The number 11, Henry Dunn. All he has to do is just hold pace. The 6 is not catching him, as I can tell. 8 seconds away. Maybe this lap traffic has gotten in the way of that, but still 8 seconds. I mean, anything can happen until the last lap. As we go 2 laps to go for Cyril Valenti in his first start in that one very nicely painted 76 Ford Fusion. Now the white flag is out for Cyril. Just needs to lead 1 more lap. He's led every lap so far as he goes to the inside, still trying to put more cars a lap down. I don't think he knows these aren't for position. He's already in first. But what doesn't matter, the number 5 goes a lap down, and Cyril Valenti will win here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. A dominating performance and a very, very good start to the season. Let's take a look at the finishing results. So Cyril Valenti gets it done at Nashville, followed by the number 6 of Billy the Papa Mac. A wonderful drive from the back of the field for the 7 car. Finishes 3rd after dropping back to almost dead last early in the race. Eric Perez, the donut, finishes behind him. The 70 of Swift to Quill. I don't know how to say his fucking name. I'm sorry. But he finishes just behind him, rounding out the top 5. Danielle Rosales Jeb narrowly misses out on the top 5, finishing 6th. Ray Moore in the number 8 finishes 7th. Jared Evans finishes 8th, surprisingly, and Robin Hale and Mark Zuzzi round out your top 10. Jose Stalov narrowly misses out on a top 10, and followed by the number 45 of Nicholas Quinley, and rounding out the drivers who finished on the lead lap in 13th goes to Casey O'Malley, finishing 20 seconds off the pace, and now the 14 of Bob Quinley II, and on down, finish 1 lap down after getting lapped by Cyril and an absolutely dominating fashion. Well, that's going to be it from us here at the S7 Motorsports. We leave you with a celebration and the burnout for the 76. He earned it this time. Or not this time, just earned it in general. He led all the laps. No lap was left unled by Cyril, and he deserves to burn this thing down to the ground. Meanwhile, we'll see you next time at Daytona for the real inaugural race of the S7 Cup Series. We can't wait to see what it's like for these drivers during this whole season at all these tracks and all these places. I just can't wait. I'm excited. So we'll see you next time.